Jim Grunhard, he's off because of another family wedding. So Todd Lebo will step in, play a little grab ass in the 9 o'clock hour with Todd heading into the weekend. So there you go. Great. We'll also hear from one of the newest members of the Chiefs, free agent signee Alohi Gilman, safety. Spoke with the media yesterday via Zoom. Had some of those comments. And I'm sure we'll hear more of Vinny Pasquantino, who was very unhappy, rightly so, after they lost to Cleveland. That ends that 4-game series in a split. After the Royals win the first 2, they lose the next 2. Yeah. But, and we'll talk about the NCAA tournament expanding. Just like Jake wanted. Get all the teams in there.
Yeah, everybody. They should just, all 300-plus teams.
That'd take too long.
No.
That's too big.
No, they figured it out.
Too big, buddy.
No, they get it. They could get it done, trust me.
Rein it in.
If it's going to make enough money for them, they'd do it. Everybody's in. Let everybody in.
No.
128 teams. Is that what they're expanding it to?
No.
Oh.
Not yet. You heard Vinny Pasquantino describing how he's been this year. And look, Vinny Pasquantino is supposed to be one of the main guys when it comes to driving in runs. Run producer in this lineup on this baseball team.
I mean, I've been f***ing dog with runners in scoring position.
What is effing dog poop? 5 for 39. Is that an accurate description? 5 of 39 this year? He's hitting 128 with runners in scoring position. I think it's an accurate description.
I mean, I've been f***ing dog with runners in scoring position.
5 for 39. So, yeah. Yes. Yep. That's correct.
More from the potty mouth Royals.
Yeah. This team likes to cuss.
I'm here for it. Just more content for the show. New liner every day.
Right. Well, he knows that's not good enough.
No.
This offense isn't good enough to...
The middle of this lineup's been brutal.
Have to deal with him not being productive with runners in scoring position. That's disappointing, man. That you think he's got to be one of the guys you can count on. I mean, Bobby's on fire. He went 4 for 4, hit another home run, walk on base 5 times. But they just have to take, and they've been better. They have been better, but they have to take more advantage of the opportunities when runners are on base. They left 10 on base yesterday, 2 for 9 with runners in scoring position. They've actually hit 283 with runners in scoring position over the past 13 games. That ranks 7th in Major League Baseball. So they've been better the last couple of weeks, but they weren't yesterday. What do you think of the opposing pitcher talking trash to Vinny?
I mean, what led up to it? I mean, usually not talking trash for no reason, but...
Vinny said he didn't do anything.
Okay. Well, then... do something about it.
Did you hear him describe it?
Yeah. I mean...
Play that whole clip again.
All right. You want to hear all of Vinny's from yesterday?
How long is it? I mean, the answer is yes, but...
3:44.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Because look, Zabrowski, he has 14 holds in a 2.20 ERA. He's been one of the best relievers in baseball, one of the best high leverage setup men in baseball. in case you're wondering who that is, right? Case missed a closer. Zabrowski, 14 holds. And he got another one yesterday. So let's hear Vinny's entire comments, because he pretty much said that you got to do something about it. He said relievers get hyped up, but Zabrowski comes in, strikes Vinny out. The runner in scoring position. Let's hear Vinny, all of his comments after the game.
Vinny, what does the team take away from this series?
That the last 2 days weren't good enough. Starts with me there in the first. Didn't do enough. Just weak fly out to second or to center. It's not going to get it done. So we just got to be better. Started off the series well. Came into the series obviously playing really good baseball, and just didn't do enough the past 2 days, and just got to get back on it tomorrow.
Can you expand on that? I mean, when you do come in with so much momentum, you get the first 2 games, and then you drop the last 2. I mean, I know the split isn't the end of the world, but is it disappointing?
Yeah, really disappointing. You feel like you can win a series, and we split the series, and if you would have asked a few days ago, oh, how would it be to split? You're normally like, okay. But the way that this one kind of went down leaves a sour taste in your mouth. Kind of the way the game ended too. We just kept fighting, and it wasn't enough. So you're happy to see that fight, but also know that. And like I said, it starts with me. I mean, I've been dog with runners in scoring position all year. Go read what Zabrowski just said to me in the last inning there. That's how I've been hitting all year. So with runners on base. So I got to be better when they're out there. Got to put the ball in play, make something happen, and just be better. So we regroup tonight and get back at it tomorrow.
I was going to ask if you took exception to what he did on coming off the mound.
Yes and no. Big situation, big out there. It's great. Obviously, I'm going to take anything personal, and it's just a little loud. You celebrate with your dugout all you want, and we made eye contact, and then obviously I know what he said, so I didn't say anything to him. But if that's the way he likes to play, he's a reliever, right? Those guys get juiced up. I've got no personal issue with him, but makes it a little bit more fun, I guess. He's been really good all year long, so hats off to him. He made his pitches, and I didn't do my job. So the victor writes the story or whatever it is, and he beat me today. So won't be the last time I face him. So we just got to be better next time.
Vinny, how do you go about trying to figure out a way to be better in those runners scoring position situations?
You tell me at this point, because I've dug down every rabbit hole possible to figure out what I did better in 2024 and all these past different years, and I mean, it's the same thing versus lefties too, right? It's just steadily gotten worse, and I got to figure that out. So log into some True Media tonight and figure it out. That's all I can do. So all I can do is work, and that's what I'm going to do. So just got to get back to the drawing board with it, and you take pride in the good at bats, and I felt like I had 3 good ones today and then 2 bad ones. So on the whole, it's like, oh, you had more good at bats than you had bad, except the 2 bad ones came with runners on base in the biggest situations. So you try not to focus too much on the runners in scoring position or things like that, but it matters. That's the difference between winning and losing, and lately I've been hurting the team when it comes to those things. So I gotta be better, and I will be. So just gotta keep working.
What did he say to you?
It's not for me to.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
How do you channel that and take that on to Detroit this weekend?
Can't. Different team, and I don't play well angry, so I'm not gonna let one moment with somebody I don't even know affect that. You just gotta go play, right? You take the emotion out of it and you go play.
Good. Thanks, Vinny. Thanks, Appreciate it.
Yeah, I watched the video a few times. I think I know what he said to him.
You read the lips?
Yeah, I think so. Some other people share the same opinion, but you never know.
No, you don't. You can make a
I feel like
educated guess.
After he made eye contact with him, I feel like he called Vinny a effing B. So on school day at the K. Welcome, kids.
Hey, they're gonna learn that stuff sometime. Might as well do it now.
Well, he did scream, and then they made eye contact, He's walking off the mound, so.
Hey, he backed it up.
I think Vinny did a nice job of holding back how he really felt.
Sure.
Until he was pissed off.
Well, I mean,
He's trying. You know what? He got him.
yeah, it's hard to.
But guess what? He's going to have a chance to face him again, so he
Yep.
better figure. What do you say? Log into True Media and figure some stuff out.
Figure some things out, yeah.
Well, there you go. There's the fun out of the old ballpark yesterday. Is the Royals lose to Cleveland 8-5.
The victors wrote the story.
No, nope.
It's not it. History is written by the victor. And then, as Dean
You know,
said,
you didn't need to point that out. We knew that wasn't. I thought it was the victor goes the spoils.
that's what Deep said. He's like the
victor goes the spoils.
I think he's meant to be the history is written by the victor.
Well, we'll never know because he didn't say either one of them.
Right.
Unnecessary,
No, it's the same point.
is it?
Yeah.
As far as the updates on 2 injured Royals pitchers, starter Cole Reagans is dealing with, oh, here we go, valgus extension overload, VEO, in his left elbow. A condition commonly called pitcher's elbow. I've had tennis elbow before. The same thing or no? Different?
Valgus overload?
Yes. Valgus extension overload.
I've had that before.
It's called pitcher's elbow, buddy. It's characterized by back and middle elbow pain related to repetition in throwing athletes. Reliever Carlos Estevez has a right rotator cuff strain after he experienced shoulder discomfort in his first rehab appearance on Wednesday. And he'll be shut down for the next 3 weeks. Ew. No official roster moves were made. Estevez remains on the 15-day IL, while Reagans remains on the active roster as of yesterday. Matt Quintero did not say whether Reagans will be shut down for an extended period of time. The Royals are going to evaluate Reagans in the coming days to determine the next steps. When asked of his timeline, Quintero said, "We don't know. We have to evaluate that Friday once he comes in and see how he feels." So it's, I mean, it could have been a lot worse with Cole Reagans, right? Okay. So fingers crossed that the time that he will be out will be minimal. Estevez, different story. He's been on the injured list since April 1st. He's been trying to get his velocity back. Went out on the rehab assignment. 3 batters, 2 outs into his outing. With the velocity still not good enough, he experienced shoulder discomfort, left the mound with a trainer, and now they've diagnosed him with a rotator cuff strain. The rotator cuff strains have varying levels of severity, leading to different timelines. He'll be reevaluated after 3 weeks of not throwing to determine the next steps in his recovery. So Lucas Thursday is your closer for a while. And I'll just take the approach like we talked about yesterday. Just expect the worst and hope for the best, and anything that Estevez can give you at this point right now, I consider gravy on the potatoes or icing on the cake, whatever. Or sauce on the tacos, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it.
Gravy on the biscuits?
I don't know.
I'll take some biscuits and
Whatever
gravy.
you want. Yeah, man, I don't have any oatmeal. My stomach's been jacked up. I didn't hardly eat yesterday, so I had to text Selena that I took some of her rice. So she's not going to be happy. She takes the individual things of rice to school for
Sure.
lunch and
Yeah.
heats them up in the microwave. And, I mean, they were there. I left some.
Right,
She
you
had
didn't
enough
take
to
it- you
take
didn't
her.
take
but
the last one.
No,
Right.
I wouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Might have,
You could-
but I didn't do that.
You
But
replace.
she'll still be mad. I'll buy some more.
Buy some more.
I want to hear
Yeah.
it. I want to hear it.
Got a weekend. Get the high V.
Got myself on the brat diet.
Not sure what that is.
If you're a parent, then you've many times over the years you've had a doctor tell you to put your kid on the brat diet. Would you like to know what it is?
Is that because they're being a brat?
No. It's
sure,
a
yeah.
short-term, bland, and low-fiber diet designed to manage nausea, diarrhea, and vomiting.
Okay.
Brat diet: bananas, rice, applesauce, toast.
That's pretty good.
You like that?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Some sourdough toast.
That's like the idea that I'm on the brat diet right
Hey.
now.
Good for you.
So
Bananas are good. Good source of potassium.
I don't have any of those other things, but I have rice, so I'm on the diet. No, the ra.
Rah.
The ra.
Rah.
I like I like applesauce.
Rah.
Lebo, bring me some toast. Or a banana.
Nanner.
Give me half the brat diet. Yeah. Vinny has been hitting like dog crap, and Steven has been feeling like dog crap, so I can identify, buddy. Guess what's here, though? Weekend. Are you happy?
Dog with runners in scoring position.
Stop it. Stop that.
Just can't help it.
You like when the Royals cuss, don't you?
I do.
You get a lot of it.
I'm a fan of it.
You got a lot of it.
It's yay.
What?
I like the emotion. They're pissed. They
Yeah.
should be. I
There
mean,
we
that.
go.
I mean, that is disappointing, but they still got the split. So, move on. Take it out on the Tigers.
That's right. The Tigers are in disarray. Kick them while they're down.
That's right.
Also today, Jake, what do you say? You want to come out and say hello to me?
Where are you gonna be?
I'm going to be here until 10, so
Okay.
I'm going to come in the studio and say
Yeah,
hi to him.
I'll come say
I'm
hi.
right here, actually. Westlake, and be out at Westlake Hardware. How about that? Westlake,
Oh, I love a hardware.
hometown days and deals that you don't want to miss. I'm going to be out in Olathe, 151st and Black Bob today from 11 until 1. They've got flowers, specials, great gift for mom. You got to get your mom a plant. Free 5-pack of yard bags with a purchase of $40 or more. You got the special mystery offer on the Ace app. Great selection of colorful plants, pottery, outdoor decor, and more that mom will absolutely love.
I used to go to Westlake and get my grandmother a hanging basket. She loved the hanging baskets.
I think it's, let's see, hydrangea?
Yeah, the hydrangeas.
Hydrangeas?
Yeah.
$5 off today.
Hey,
$5 off.
my grandma loved them.
In grilling season's here, you check out the best brands of barbecue plus a wide selection of grilling tools, charcoal pellets, sauces, and barbecue rubs. You want to cook out for mom. More than 30 convenient locations in the greater metro area, including where I'll be, 151st and Black Bob in Olathe today from 11 until 1. Get that last-minute shopping done for mom. Like Jake says, get mom a hanging basket. She'll love it. $5 off.
Yeah, and don't forget about grandma, too.
That's right.
Or your godmother. Or whatever mother. Mother of your children. Whatever mother you got.
Right.
Take care of them.
That's exactly right.
Special day for them.
My mom and my grandma and my godmother are all no longer with us, but still got Susan, and she's one tough mother. I can tell you that right now.
I got a godmother. It's the only mother I'm left with.
Get her a hanging basket.
I will.
I'm at Westlake.
I will.
$5 off. See you today. Stop by and see me in Olathe, all right? Make me feel better. Give me a hug. Take a break. Back after this on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Welcome back to New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Thank you very much for joining us. Stephen St. John now joined by Stan Weber in the studio. Stan, good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well. It's great to see the light out, sun becoming a factor early in the morning. I love it. I remember all the days I drive here in the wintertime, and it is dark as dark can be, but not today and not for the rest of the summer.
Are you excited about the NCAA tournament expanding?
76 teams now? Is that right? If you ask people, do they know that there's 68 teams before, or do they just really start with the 64?
That's a good question.
Well, what's interesting is this whole the psychological effect, the practical effect of decisions oftentimes end up being a lot different than what's expected. So there's a lot of coaches out there, especially in the Power 4/5, if you want to go to basketball, that say we need more ability to get into that NCAA tournament. We're right there on the bubble. We shouldn't have been held out. We need to be in a tournament, so let's expand it from 68 to 76. A lot of coaches are clamoring for that, as if that's going to be a good thing. You know what it's going to lead to? More coaches are going to get fired that would not have gotten fired over the next 10-plus years, because everyone is now going to be expected to make the tournament. Which school is it in the Big 12 or the SEC that we follow very closely here who's not going to expect their team to be in the NCAA tournament? There's 76 teams, and everyone expects the 8 additional teams to come from where? The power conferences, the ones that are right there on the bubble and were held out before. So I just think it's kind of interesting that actually this is going to put more pressure on the big-time college basketball coaches than ever before. You agree with that?
Well, yeah, you better make the tournament. If you can't make it now, I mean, let's hear Andy Katz give a description, a breakdown of what this NCAA tournament expansion is going to include.
The NCAA men's basketball and women's basketball tournaments are expanding to 76 schools in 2027. But here's what's not changing. The days of the week that the NCAA tournament will be played. Tuesday and Wednesday for the men opening round. Wednesday, Thursday for the women's opening round. Now the men will have 6 games on Tuesday and Wednesday in Dayton and 1 other site to be determined. The women will continue to have their opening round games on campus sites. These are the kinds of teams that will be in the opening round. The last 12 at-large schools for the men and women. All 8 16 seeds and 4 15 seeds. So what does that mean? That means that there will be 4 16 seeds coming out of the opening round, with a win, by the way, and a unit, a share, playing the 4 number 1 seeds in the field of 64 when the tournament begins on Thursday. Same thing for the women. 4 15 seeds will be competing for 2 15 seed spots, because 2 15 seeds will already be in that field of 64. So 2 15s will come out of that opening round to complete the field of 64. Again, 2 more teams that will get a win in the NCAA tournament and get a unit. So much emphasis has been on the last 4 in, the first 4 out. What I think will happen is there will be a huge debate about the last 12 in. Who will play in the opening round and who will not. So it just moves to the last 12 instead of the last 4. And there's no question, we love March Madness because of the drama. We're just going to get more of it on Tuesday and Wednesday, the opening round, with 6 games on each day, a triple header in each opening round site. 76 schools in the 2027 men's and women's NCAA tournament.
That gave me a headache.
Well, the thing that he said there that is a little different than what I laid out is there will be 2 games played where 15 seeds are going to try to be earned. And they're hoping by saying that that a 15th seed is not from a power conference, that it comes from someplace else, that a power conference team wouldn't be a 15th seed. They'd be a 12 seed, right?
Right.
Maybe a 13. So they're trying to lay it out that maybe some smaller schools will get in. Maybe they'll have 4 additional small school teams get in, and with the additional 8, that means there would be 4 big schools. So they're trying to make everybody happy, but the most important thing to keep us happy is, you know what, 11:15 on Thursday, there are going to be 64 teams ready to play the NCAA tournament. That's when everyone really focuses in and fills out their brackets. I don't know too many people that fill out a bracket for the Tuesday, Wednesday games in the men's tournament. And so that's just where you're going to add 6 games each day. And what will be the second site? How about Kansas City, Stephen?
Maybe. Jake, what do you think of this?
I mean, sure. I mean, I guess that we get more basketball out of it, so more gambling, I guess.
What about the pressure on the coaches that I mentioned?
I mean, sure, I guess. I mean, there's still, there's awful amount of pressure on them already. Is it going to add to it? Probably, but also it's, I'm of the thought I like, I like the way it is. I don't like change, but they probably thought that when they expanded to 48. They probably thought that when they expanded to 64. I do think it makes it harder eventually for. I mean, just statistically speaking, you're putting more teams into the field. It's going to be harder to win the championship for the best team in college basketball to win the championship. Now, it doesn't have a whole lot of effect on them. I'm just speaking about statistics. You're adding more teams. It's going to be harder. It's already probably one of the hardest championships to win already, and you're just making it harder. So I guess it just depends on if you like, the best winning. I think it's fine, whatever. I'm tired of it because I feel like they're not really doing it to help smaller schools. They're doing it to make more money. And it's like that they're already like.
You want to hear what Dan Hurley says about it?
Sure.
Dan Hurley, one of the most successful coaches in college basketball right now. He was on the Field of 68 podcast yesterday, and so here is Dan Hurley when he was asked about his opinion on tournament expansion.
I'm like 85% coming around to it. As long as it doesn't make it tougher for the teams that earn the higher seeds. As long as you don't get to a point where you get like a 4 or a 5 seed and you got to now win 7 games. I mean, to win this tournament's hard enough to win 6 games without something going bad. And so, I love the exclusivity of it. I love the fact that it was a hard tournament to qualify for. I think like the best sporting events, you actually have to have a difficulty qualifying for. I mean, everyone loves the Masters. Obviously, there's tradition, there's history, but people love the Masters because there's no bombers out there. I mean, there's no bad golfers out there. I mean, it's like you have to qualify for it. The NCAA, you don't want to do anything that's going to take away from the qualification or the importance of the regular season, where you actually have to have a really good season to make the tournament. So yeah, I mean, I don't like it from that standpoint. But then, the part of like more games. I mean, we got the second biggest sporting event in America, the NCAA tournament, March Madness. You see the numbers that we pulled this year. I mean, us alone, I think we played the three highest rated games in the tournament, like close to 15 million, close to 19 million, close to 20 million. So, it's the best sporting event that we have in the U.S. besides the Super Bowl. So more of those games. I mean, I think everyone could sign on from watching like more March Madness games. So I'm trying to be positive.
It's hard for Dan to be positive.
Right.
So he's really trying. The thing that I think about is thinking about statistics and quoting that, did you make the tournament? Did you win a game in the NCAA tournament? I think those are 2 distinctions that you watch. Now, that's not true for KU and teams like that. Okay, that's all about did they win 2 games to get to the Sweet 16, or it's probably not been a successful season. But for other schools, getting to the tournament is one step that you like to say, hey, we made the tournament 4 out of the last 5 years, or whatever it is. And then I like distinguishing, well, you made it, but did you win a game? To me, that's a big step forward, like winning one game, because those teams are usually 10-7 games, 9-8 games, things that there's high competition. Did you win a game? The problem that I have, if you win one of those Tuesday, Wednesday games, everyone's going to say you won a game in the NCAA tournament. And I don't know if that is really, how do we say the real tournament? Does that make sense? I don't want to count
games. I mean,
There's
that's
fan
I
I don't
bases
want to
that still
count the playing
reject
games.
that. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's
They're-
counted. You say you won an NCAA tournament game, and that's where I think it gets kind of funky for me is, someone slides in as a 75th team, wins a game, and gets beat by 20 in the next game, and you're going, no, you did not win an NCAA tournament
I
game.
think most people feel like that.
It also depends on who the program is, right? So, like,
Well, if Kansas City does it,
right,
then that's great.
Yeah, much different. A smaller
But if
school,
Mizzou wins on Wednesday,
no.
they will quote that they won an NCAA tournament game. The next year and 3 years later, they're going to say, yeah, we won an NCAA tournament game in that
Well,
previous season.
that
and
was
you're
the
like,
discussion
not really.
amongst the fan base, and most of the fan base rejected that this year. The possibility.
I'm
of
just
that.
saying how it's quoted. It's
Right.
statistically, that's one of the things I don't like about this. I mean, really, I like I said, I think it's going to be a little more pressure on the coaches because almost every school is going to be on the bubble to make the NCAA tournament, even when February 1st. Maybe 2 teams out of the 16 that are dead, but 14 teams still have a chance to be the 11th best in the conference, 12th best in the conference, and make the NCAA tournament. And it's going to be night and these teams aren't that good, but it's going to be night and day difference if they make it or not. But for the good teams, they're going to play 6 games. They're only waiting around for Thursday and Friday, and it won't affect them. It's just going to be more product on Tuesday and Wednesday, and I guess there's I just wish we didn't count those as NCAA tournament wins. That's me.
How do you think coaches feel about this? Like, if you're the coach at K-State, do you want this or?
Yeah, they're all happy
Yeah.
because they think they're going to make an extra tournament every 5 years or so between the 68 and the 76. That's going to make a difference. That because their memory, not just K-State, but every coach that didn't make it, who unless you went 0-0 for the conference or something,
Right.
every coach is going to remember that we were so close to the bubble. And even though the stats may say you weren't the first 4 out, it may be a known statement by the NCAA tournament committee. They always remember it that way. When you think back a few years, like we were just 1 win away. Remember when we led number 2 so-and-so at the end, and then they hit a shot and won the game? If we would have won that game, if that ball wouldn't have went in, we would have been in the NCAA tournament. And so they think the growth from 68 to 76 is going to include their entree. And then if you want to go to the money, you see the unit. He mentioned a unit at the end.
Right.
You earn units for making the NCAA tournament. You earn units for winning, and you earn more units for winning down the stretch. So if an SEC coach is rooting for an SEC team, that is because it's literally bringing more money from the NCAA tournament. The billions of dollars that are sitting there get distributed to the conferences based upon a lot of factors, but a big one is units earned. And they have kind of a carryover effect. If you make the Final Four, you earn a lot of units for your conference, and that is in a rolling average, like a 3-year average. So that helps you for 3 straight years get more of the pie of the NCAA tournament. So I don't know what the incremental money is. No one talks about what exactly that is, how much a unit's worth, but that is a big understory that is going on, that these athletic directors, these commissioners of conferences know that NCAA tournament money's out there to be grabbed if their school can win an Elite 8 game, a Final Four game, get to the finals, win a national championship. Each step is worth a lot of money, they believe, incrementally to their conference.
We have Stan Weber in studio. Back after this on WHB. Welcome back to New Day with SSJ on Sports Radio 810 WHB. Stan, the Royals had a really good run, and they still are overall in a good run, but they lost the last 2 games, and now it looks like Carlos Estevez won't be coming back anytime soon after leaving his rehab appearance with a shoulder issue, and now we find out that he has a rotator cuff strain, and they're going to shut him down for 3 weeks, and so he'll do nothing for the next 3 weeks, so he's a long way from coming back. And then Cole Reagans is dealing with valgus extension overload, VEO, in his left elbow, a condition commonly called pitcher's elbow, that brings back and middle elbow pain related to repetition and throwing athletes. And so they're going to see how he feels today and then decide on what the game plan is moving forward. So,
injuries, part of that grind of the 162 games for baseball. But it's good to see the Royals play well, and this is a magical opportunity because with their division playing so poorly and 500 basically being the marker for first place, they are absolutely in the race with a losing record, even with this run. But it was fun to watch them in that 10 games before the last 2 to play good baseball. I was reminded, I guess I said on the air because Jake reminded me that I come in here and talk to him and Deebs and you about the poor base running of the Royals.
yes.
I saw some of that again in the last 2 games.
Yeah, that's not going away.
I thought it was for 10 games there.
Now, there was even a couple of times where when they were up 4-1,
Yeah.
in that one game where they sent Isbell home inexplicably, and he was,
With 2 outs.
yeah,
And he could have had a runner on first and third.
it has been odd to watch. The only team with a plus run differential in the Central is Detroit with +6. Everyone else is negative. But Cleveland's 20-19, and everyone else, the Twins have lost 2 in a row, Royals have lost 2 in a row, White Sox have lost 2 in a row, Tigers have lost 3 in a row. They lost their ace. Their bullpen's in disarray right now. So, I mean, Cleveland's got a game and a half lead, but like you said, that's the top record in the Central, 20-19.
It really feels like the Royals have not played to their potential to this point, and I guess that's what makes you feel good. I understand there's not a lot of excellence that we're talking about here when you're talking about a 500 record leading the division. I get that, but let's just forget it for a second and look at the competition of the teams that you just mentioned. And I think like the Royals' record, if you would change a play or 2 here, if you had that wild card and said, we're going to change 2 plays in each game, the Royals would end up with a lot more wins in that equation than losses because they've dumped some games they should have never lost. And they've had a miracle win here or there. But I think the Royals have not played that well. The main part of their lineup after Bobby has not hit hardly at all. And the Royals are only a couple games out of first place. So I think there's reason to be optimistic, even with the injuries you mentioned in the pitching staff. I think there's depth there. Obviously, you don't have Jeff Montgomery closing or Dan Quisenberry. You'd love to have that for the Royals. But still, I don't see any reason why they can't win this division.
Yeah, to your
I
point,
expect them to play better.
Vinny is still in the tank. I know he hit a home run, but he's still hitting 194. Salvi's 199. Carter Jensen's 223. And along with, Vinny's slugging percentage is 366. Salvi's is 336. It just
That's not the back of the baseball card.
They can't continue. It's not going to continue, but it's just it's the fact that the middle, 3, 4, and 5, 3, 4, 5, and 6, they're not getting enough production there. Not even close.
And clutch hitting, I'm big about that. I mean, hitting with runners in scoring position, scoring a guy from third with less than 2 outs. That fundamental type of baseball. Not having guys get thrown out on the base paths. Those kind of things the Royals have not done well.
Is 5 for 39 this year with runners in scoring position. 128. You can't have that.
No.
He talked about it yesterday.
When you see bases loaded, no outs. Now, here I was talking optimistically, and you got me turning the other direction already. But when the Royals, throughout this season, not just the last winning streak, right? Throughout the season, bases loaded, no outs. As a baseball fan, aren't you expecting probably 2 runs are going to come out of this? That's
the hope, yeah.
Yeah, and 1 guaranteed. But with the Royals, don't you kind of say, how are they not going to score a run with bases loaded, no outs? Oh, 2 guys strike out in a row, and then the third guy makes a normal out, whatever it is. I mean, that kind of thing happens. For me, I just don't understand. Like Michael Garcia, do you see him get thrown out at third when Bobby Witt got a hit? How can you have the second out there when there's no way you could be going to third in that situation? You got some momentum. You're trying to come back. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I love the way he plays.
It's just they've got to get more out of the middle of the lineup. Period.
Yeah. No, I believe in him. It's crazy that I do, but it's all relative. If Cleveland was 6 games over 500 right now, I wouldn't be believing in the Royals as much because it's competition. It's not how good you are. It's how good you are compared to the others.
And the starting pitching that's already been attacked, Ryan Berger, out for the year. Cole Reagans, what's his future? Noah Cameron's battling the lower back issue. And then in the bullpen, Estevez, they thought maybe he's close coming back. Now just go ahead and take his name off the list. It's not even close. Shut him down for 3 weeks.
I don't even think about him for the rest of the year. I'll be surprised.
Might not. That's
and
not
is he good
unreasonable.
enough for us to wish for him to be back?
I mean, let the league and say is they could use him. I mean, he'd help. It's just
He's been
more of a
in
domino
that tough
effect.
situation.
Yeah. No, Urseg, I have no problem with Urseg as the closer, but it's then who takes the place of Urseg in the 7th or 8th inning. But Lynch has stepped up and been very good. And
Do you
so
like
has Strom.
Lynch?
I do.
Do you like Lynch last? Would you rather see him close and Ursig go to the 8th?
No, I like Urseg.
Okay.
I like Urseg.
Well, that's been one of the debates that my buddies have had.
Yeah. It's. I mean, that's where they miss Estevez, the domino effect, because Urseg was such a good weapon in the 7th and the 8th. But he's a hell of a closer too. He's got the right mentality. We'll take a break. Back after this on WHB.